Well, hello everyone. How's everyone?
Great game. Good.
We got a great show, and I know all you guys and gals like to run. So sorry, Tyler, I just gave it away, but it's okay. Uh,
That's okay.
it's about running and walking, if and getting your exercise. And shout out to all those who are going to do the marathon. Wish you all the best, and we got more people coming in. So um
All right.
I'm a hi Meridian Boster, if I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, you can correct me. So okay. Yeah, Tyler has a good show lined up, and stay tuned at the end of his presentation. We're gonna do a spin and for a drawing and a prize and a chance for you all to win. Well, one of you are going to win the prize. So good luck. And my name is Austin Landon, and I'm happy to be here today. And I'm the athlete contractor for, you can see the athlete leader. And we have a great show. So, Mr. Tyler, are you ready? It's yours, bud.
Okay, I'm ready.
Take it away.
Okay. It's not letting me share the screen.
Oh, I'll fix it. 1 second. And while I'm doing that, I saw that Meridian asked in the chat about the raffle, and everybody who's here will be entered into the raffle. So you are already entered. Okay, Tyler, give that a try.
Okay. There you go. I got it.
Oh,
I got it. I got it. Oh, there you go. Now we're ready. Okay.
Perfect. We can see it.
Yes? Okay. Cool. Just making sure it works. Okay. Hi, I am Tyler, and I'm excited to be here, and thank you for letting me tell my story. About me is that I have FAS, and I've been running for 16 years, and I compete in Special Olympics athletics and run community races. Never give up is my topic, is how running has helped me achieve my goals to be the best I can be. And an example that I give credit to my mom, because she definitely knows what it means to never give up, as me growing up. And my mission is that I try to be the best person I can be for myself. And so retired pro marathon runner Ryan Paul has always been an example of hard work, or my example of hard work. And I've always wanted to be like him. And something that I like saying is that we all have something that limits us from achieving our goals and dreams. But if you give one thing each day, it will get you closer to that goal. And so I have a 2-step plan to achieve my goal. And that is, number 1, work hard. And number 2, never give up. And my problem is that I love food, TV, and my couch. And it takes me longer to learn things. And I have many other obstacles, which are, at birth I couldn't hear, and I was in and out of hospitals, and I had many ear surgery. No excuses is I could use my obstacles to limit me. I don't use excuses, and instead I work hard, and our choices, success or excuses. So my marathon story is after running for so long, I set a goal to run a marathon. And so how I did that was I mapped out a plan, and then I started training. And then in September of this year, I did my first race in 5 hours and 11 minutes. And somebody who helped me was my physical therapist, did help me to achieve the goal. Oh, and then achieving the marathon was that I had help from my physical therapist, and my running got better every 3 days. And so the next is another marathon. Is I want to do my best and get a personal record, and and 2 is I need to get 100% better, and 3 is that the hard work begins. And to be the best me, my success plan is that I listened to my physical therapist, I worked hard, and I got better every 3 days, and I told myself never give up. And so inclusion is that I've been blessed to have great supporters like my mom, my community, and Special Olympics. And none of what I do would be possible without them. And please do me a favor and never give up on your goals, and help your friends and family when they're struggling to achieve their goals. And that's it.
All right.
Oh,
Well
now how
done,
do I-
Tyler.
Now how do
I
I
have a
Nice.
question for you.
Okay, but how do I switch back?
Tyler, there should be a red button that says stop share.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, cool.
Somebody had a question?
Me. So it's about your shoe. And
Go ahead.
what brand do you use? Do you wear for your running?
So for my running, I use Brooks. Has always been something that I have always used. Yeah. You just what I always like to say is that there's so many different shoes out there, but you gotta find the one that works best for you or that individual person.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
um. Well, it's time to definitely, Tyler. Thanks. Do you have the question?
Yeah. And for anyone, feel free to take yourself off mute or raise your hand for questions as well. Tyler, that was so awesome. You did such a great job with your
Good.
presentation. Thank you so much for sharing with us about your story and just for really being an awesome health messenger. It shows through the work that you've put in as a runner and as an athlete leader. So really great job. I would just love to hear about why you decided to start running. Why was that what you wanted to never give up on?
Well, so I started running when I was 14. I'm 30 now. And so when I was 14, what was happening was I was going to play sport. I wasn't in Special Olympics yet, but before that, I was on the high school team, on my local high school cross country team. And so what happened was I had to sign up for the sport. And what was funny was that, so because I wanted to sign up for a sport and I got suggested to try cross country. And the funny part was I had no clue what cross country was when I first started. And so, I've heard the name, I've heard the name before, but I didn't know what the sport was or nothing. And so what happened was it took me about it was hard when never ran before and started running, and it took me 1.5 years to be able to run 3 miles.
That's a big accomplishment.
That was.
And now you're doing many times more than that.
Now I ran a marathon, which is 26 miles.
Would you go for
Yep.
30?
I don't know. I don't think there's any, but I was thinking about that. I wanted to at one time, but maybe that might be in the future. Yeah. But I
Okay,
won't
have a
go any
question.
higher. But I won't go any higher than that. No.
So I have a question. So, what's your encouragement to all the athletes on this call to get them up and running and out of the comfort zone and do a marathon like you?
Well, that is a good question.
It just popped
If-
in my mind when I was listening.
I-
So.
But
Believe in their self.
well, like my mom says, just you got to believe in yourself, and like like I always notice that there are times where even knowing I've run for so long, it's like that. It's like there are times where you still want to give up, or you still want to give up on that goal, and so it might seem so far ahead or so far away, but all the little things that happen before that will help you get there. And so I've had this mapped out for a long time to run a marathon, but at the time you just can't jump into running a marathon.
Are you
That's
all
awesome.
ready for the next one? I mean, for the moment we've all been waiting for.
Austin, let's
your-
wait just a
Oh,
minute.
sorry.
I just want to see if does anyone else have any comments or questions for Tyler? There were a few in the chat. Meridian said beautiful statement. Oh, Desiree also wears Brooks. So we've got a Brooks crew here. Really liked your powerful message. Oh, cool. So Chance is saying that he's done some walking and relay events before.
That's cool.
Andrew said, great job, Tyler. That's great. Is anyone out there? Does anyone else like to run like Tyler does?
Well, no,
Desiree? Desiree, what do you
Walking.
do?
Walking.
I
Record walks?
did track and field for Special Olympics, but I haven't done any marathons per se. But I would like to do it, but I just haven't had courage to actually do it.
Well, maybe you can connect with Tyler on some tips, or Tyler, what would you recommend? Maybe, I don't think everyone needs to do a marathon because that's a pretty long distance,
Yeah.
but at least if you're interested in just running a bit more, how would you suggest someone start, Tyler?
well, to somebody somebody who's brand new, basically, I wouldn't, you wouldn't tell them just about to run. You got to take it slow, basically, and you got to take it one day at a time to where it's not every day going to be the greatest day when you're out there training. But also that, as beginners, it would be easier for somebody, to use the running, walking kind of method until they are able to get up to running.
So Tyler, can you explain that a little bit more? What does that actually look like? If I'm gonna go outside to my neighborhood right now, what does that actually look like to do a walking, running method?
Well, where you would no, which actually I had to. This is a good thing we're talking about it, because something that I kind of did for my marathon, which is where you would run for a certain distance, and then like for an example, there was a bunch of telephone poles out there, and so what I did was I used them as an example to try to keep me going, where you run for so long, for so many of them, and then you would walk a certain distance.
So you'd sort of set a goal for yourself and say, I'm gonna run
Yeah.
to that pole and then
Yeah.
I'll take a break.
Yeah,
And that's just as good. You don't have to run the whole time, right? That's totally
Right.
okay too.
yeah.
That's awesome. Great question, Desiree. Does anyone else have anything they'd want to add or ask?
I have a question.
Okay.
So, I don't do marathons. I haven't done one yet, but maybe in the future I will. Would you start on a treadmill?
Ooh, you can use a treadmill. Yeah. If you, yeah, a treadmill would probably be, is good for some, if somebody wanted to run, but they can't, they have some type of disability that prevents them from being able to run a 5K or something, maybe or somebody who gets hurt too much or something like that. A treadmill would I would say would be the best for at its low impact.
Actually, I have ran a marathon. It was at Lumen Field along before the before the virus, and I ran around it was a marathon at the Lumen Field. So yes, I have did a marathon.
That's cool.
Does that count? I hope it does.
Yes.
Well, so
running-
so there are races, and
Yeah.
so like when we have events at Special Olympics actually we don't have a marathon, but we have, I think we might have a 5K.
You have a 5K.
I think that's the longest, which is about 3.2
Well, I mean-
miles.
I mean, in track you have the 10K.
So maybe in high school track or college track, you
When
have.
we do Special Olympics track, we have the 10K.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the highest.
And so, Austin, to your point, it's a good question. Maybe we should have talked about that. Tyler, what is a marathon? How long is a marathon?
Well, a marathon is 26.2 miles.
How many blocks
so-
around the corner is that?
Yeah.
And so how many times, does anyone know how many times around the track you have to go for 1 mile?
4
laps.
Yeah.
So how many laps would that be if you were gonna do 26? I
Oh,
don't know, I have to use a calculator.
What I say would be one too many.
Well, maybe a few too
One
many.
too
A
many.
little.
What is it?
Jennifer had what?
104?
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
That's
crazy.
too many.
Dang,
That's too many,
wow.
yeah.
That
That's
would
a lot
get
of
very you'd get so used to running around it, and it'd start to get boring, because at least when you're actually out doing a marathon, you're not going in a complete circle. Well, I mean, you might end up in the same place that you started, but it's not continual
Yeah.
like on a track.
I agree. I think it'd get a little old.
Yeah.
boring after a while.
Jennifer, did you have your hand up?
I did, but I took it down because you answered your own question.
The number of laps.
Yep.
Well, it's a long time, Tyler. I think you said this in your presentation, but how long was that?
How long what?
That was your marathon?
Well, I ran my marathon in 5 hours, but in 11 minutes, but
Yeah, that's a long time to be exercising.
it is.
It really is. It's very impressive, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
Awesome.
Yes.
I was telling Leah earlier before your presentation, I did a 5K walk in under an hour just this last Saturday.
Wow.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Yeah, it was very tiring by the time I got done.
Mm-hmm.
Did you drink a lot of liquid?
Yeah, I had water with me, and then I had another bottle with me, and then by the time we got back, they gave us fruit to eat while we got back.
Leah has a question.
It's related to what Jennifer just said. So, Tyler, do you have advice for everyone? What are other things that you maybe had to think about when you were training? I'm just thinking about, Jennifer just mentioned drinking water and food and things like that. What other sorts of things were you thinking about to make sure that you were really healthy and able to do your race?
Well, no, actually, those two I would say are probably the most important. Just make sure that you're drinking a lot of water is key for sure.
Like here.
Like that, yep. That's
Good job,
right.
Andrew.
Yep. I want to smoke cookie.
Okay, and I have one other question too. Sorry, you're gonna have to mute me soon, Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, what would you say? So you worked, you told us in your presentation, you worked really hard. It was not always easy, but you never gave up. You just accomplished this really amazing thing.
Yeah.
What do you think that has done for you? Has that changed you at all? Or how do you feel now looking back on that?
Well, of course, through everything, kind of like I've been through and what. Nah, but like everything I've been through, it's like, it's kind of that big accomplishment kind of thing from somebody who never would have thought that I ran 16 years later, being able to do the things I do, or the accomplishments that I've done just through running, which I never knew were possible, or how running can, inspire somebody, or somebody who, or something like that. It's like, but growing up, having, just having the challenges is always hard. For sure.
And you've really thought through this.
Oh yeah.
You want to write an article about this?
Geez, I probably could. My goodness.
I mean, I think you should. So.
Geez, I've done so much, or had so many accomplishments, and I mean, I've been in so many newspapers over the years too, and it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, it is. Anyone else have any questions?
I think.
Or how about this? Do y'all want to get started, or not get started? We're already through the process. But you guys want to do the training? Not training, but
The wheel.
The wheel now. Yeah.
So I got one.
Okay, Leah, it's your turn.
Okay. All right, and if anyone thinks of any other questions, or Tyler, if you have any last thoughts, we can come back to that. So this was Austin's idea. We have a raffle, or we're gonna do a spinny wheel with everybody who's on the call right now, and a chance to win a prize.
All right.
Austin, what's our prize?
A gift card, a food gift card of your choice.
Okay.
Food gift card. Okay. So I think I have everybody here. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I put
Leah,
everyone's
want me to
names.
stop recording the video?
If you like to, either way.
All right, I'll let the recording go.
Okay. So, let me know if anyone does not see their name on here.
Good luck, everyone.
Yell out. Okay. So
Do
everyone's
you have
name
my
is.
aunt? Do you have my aunt Trudy's name on there?
Oh yeah, let's add Trudy. Okay.
All
There
right.
you go. There you go.
Okay. So we're gonna spin it. I'm gonna click the button. It'll spin, and then that person, Austin, will email the gift card link.
Yep.
Okay. Are you ready?
All right.
No, looking at the screen, everybody.
Ready.
Ooh. Oh,
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 Tyler.
Tyler!
Oh,
I guess that's pretty fitting.
I think we should do one more.
Well, how about this? At our we'll do another one at the next resource fair for those that
Congratulations,
attend.
Tyler. Good job.
good, Tyler.
Good job, Tyler.
Good job.
Oh, I have a question.
Is it
When's
about
the
the gift
next
card?
No. I'm gonna ask when's the next resource fair.
That's
Austin, do you
in
have that?
October. That's in October.
October, okay.
It is. Do you want me to look up the date? Or do you know it, Austin?
I don't have it open right now on my computer.
Okay. It is October 18th. So it's the third Tuesday of the month. It'll be the same link that you used to join this one. But
All right.
Austin will send out reminders.
Yeah.
And the topic for next month, it'll be pretty cool. It is we're gonna be actually showing a recording of a podcast that will have happened earlier that day, hosted by one of our athlete leaders. His name is Nathan. He lives in the Columbia River area, and he has a podcast, and he's interviewing a WWE wrestler or former wrestler. And this person was only available in the morning, so that's why we're going to have a recording instead of live. But it'll be pretty cool. We're going to be sending out some flyers soon here, so keep it on your radar, and we'll have a prize.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on the 18th. Yep. But Tyler, I have a question. I know this is being recorded, but what kind of food gift card do you want?
Oh, that's a good question. Man. You gotta give me time to give me
You can
time
think
to
about it.
Yeah, we can think about it. Yep.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I'll email you and you can talk on that stuff.
Okay.
But thanks, Tyler. And just listening to your speech makes me maybe in the near future or next year go, or in the fall, winter, go do a marathon. So
Cool.
anyone else have a question for Tyler? Andrew? I'm just joking. Going twice? Anyone? Do I see any hands?
No.
Well, thank you, audience. Thank you, Leah, Tyler, Rebecca,
welcome.
Chance, Jennifer,
job.
Andrew. Chris, Mitchell, and Marcus, and Meridian. B, thank you all, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Still funny?
Thank you.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you,
recorded.
everyone.
Thank you.
Still funny, yeah.
I'll see